I'm doing a speed paint of a redraw of something that I did a year ago or so. I started with just sketching in the pose and stuff, and I had a hard time trying to not make it look super stiff. I did end up fixing that later on, but yeah, that was hard. Then I added the baby, which was significantly easier because the baby didn't have a body. And then at this point, I remembered that I actually needed to put another arm that covered the entire really good body that I did, so I spent like a whole half an hour trying to figure out how to put that in there. I was getting pretty proud of it at this point, so I put curtains in the background like the other one, and I feel like I fixed the composition a lot from the first one. And then I added some of the fabric from the first one and started doing the colors and cleaning up the sketch because I decided I did not want to do line art for this and just used the sketch, which was great. And then I refined her face and stuff. I don't normally do long hair like this, and I wanted it to be a little bit more realistic rather than the standard style that I normally would have done, and it turned out really good. And then I refined the little baby a bit more, and he is so cute and tiny, wrapped in a very big blanket. It's too big for him. And then I did the color blocking to try to get it all the right shade, and then put some gradients in, and then after that went in with the original skin color to refine some of the shadows and stuff to give it some depth and shape. And I actually did color the lines in this because I thought it made it look better, but I normally avoid doing that because it tends to be messy with my lines. And I did some stuff on her face, and she is very pretty. I love how her face turned out. And then I started with the main shadows, and that hair shadow on her neck I love so much. It's so satisfying. And knees are the bane of my existence. I hate drawing knees, generally. They always look different. They have no rules. And then I went in with the white speckles, and that I love so much. She's a shadow demon, and most of them have white freckles. And then I added leg hair and body hair and stuff, which I did individually, by hand, because I can never find a brush that, does it justice. So I do it myself. And then I cleaned up the edges from the color, and worked on making this fabric transparent, which I did, but at first I made it way too transparent. And then I fixed it. So, it turned out good. Then I started working on the fabric, holding the baby, which I really enjoyed doing because I did it really dark and then I added the light later, which I normally do it the other way around, but I really liked how this turned out, so I'll probably continue to do that. And then I did the gold and her wedding ring and horns. Yeah, so this is Evermore. She is the current but missing queen of the Shadow Demons. And this is a portrait from around 25 years ago of Will as a baby when they were still together. So I like this drawing a lot, and I think it's very sweet. It was like, I don't know, celebrating birth portrait or something. I'm sure they do that. They celebrated a lot of things with portraits. demon royalty. So, yeah, and I rendered the cushion thing she's sitting on, and then started working on the background and the curtains, which was a bit more difficult than I was expecting it to be, the curtains, because I initially did it and then I didn't quite have enough details, so I went in and added more folds and creases and stuff to give it more interest. And then I went in with the lighting. I added a soft red lighting first on her skin, and then went in with a harder, more orange lighting for over top of that and for everything else, and I think that turned out really nice. I didn't want to do super aggressive lighting for this, but I wanted something soft and nice, so I did end up with that, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. And then I thought I was finished for like a whole 24 hours, and then remembered I wasn't because I forgot details, so I added her scars and her stretch marks. And I'm really proud with how this turns out. I think she's really beautiful. Thank you for watching.